Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and while the day has come to an end, a new series, I believe, has begun, and it is Greg here, one half of Penergic Labs. Donny is unfortunately not with us at the moment, but I will talk about that a little bit more. So this series that I hope to be starting up and, keeping quite consistent with, obviously with the help of Donny, is going to be called Into the Labs. And what it is going to be about, and I'll just take you on a little tour of what we've done so far. This is just a very minimal amount of work, but I hope to achieve a little bit more today. So I'm going to grab some basic resources really quickly. Okay, so anyways, the idea about this is that Donnie and I, now that we are attempting to do a lot of stuff for you together, have started up a vanilla Minecraft server. And the goal here is to create a very appealing looking base with obviously a lot of technical things because Donnie is quite skilled at making things work and function interestingly, and I am usually better at making them look nice. So through collaboration, we're going to attempt to have a little bit of something for everyone. So real quickly, because one of the first things we want to take care of is getting a storage room built. I have been working on that a little bit, but we're going to head over there right now and continue with what's going on. So I've opted to use one of the normal layouts that I usually go with for building storage rooms, where you have the chest embedded in the wall here so that I don't know, it's just sort of out of the way, it's organized, and then you can go ahead and put signs on these leaf blocks here, which I'll go ahead and show you. And it makes things tremendously more organized. So if I'm walking in here and I'm trying to find, say, tools or dirt, I can just look at a sign like this, and what you'll see is that there'll be an arrow upwards, which will tell you what is in the top chest. And I guess, what will we put up there? We'll put dirt up there. And if it's just a two-line thing like that, usually I'll organize the sign like this so that there is a little bit of appeal to it. I don't know. I figure that equal signs tend to make it look quite nice. And then we can do the same thing with this side, but we will put cobblestone. And this is all temporary. I'm going to organize these later for space efficiency. And then we will have a mass storage room that is going to take care of the tremendous amount of resources we'll have, such as cobblestone and dirt. Obviously, those are going to need more storage space than, say, brown mushrooms or gravel or something that's a little bit more difficult to obtain. But anyways, yeah, this is just the basic layout here. So what we were aiming for in this is to have sort of a natural winding staircase down into this grand open cavern. And obviously, this is temporary. Once I have the time to go back through here and we have a little bit better resources, I'm going to hollow this area out, and hopefully we'll get some grass down here. I think that'd look nice. We'll have a little oasis. But I had been working on the storage room. Donnie had been over here, and we'll take a look, actually, because I haven't seen this yet. So we do have wheat growing in here. I had seen the bread out there in the chest and went ahead and helped myself to that. I hope he doesn't mind. But it looks like the lighting is a little off, so we'll go ahead and take care of that. And symmetry, my friends, is something I'm always a strong proponent of. Or I guess supporter of. Here we go. And lastly, right there. So now we can, right here as well. It doesn't have enough lighting. So anyways, this is a starting thing. Later on, we're going to aim for sort of an automated bread system. But right now, storage is a main focus. So the idea of this room is that we're going to have these chests here, and it will be mirrored on the other side once I get this hollowed out. And then in the back here, we're actually going to create a little vault for storing our mass amounts of valuable resources, such as diamonds once we build up on them, perhaps nether wart, and we can store backup supplies of items that would be bad to lose. I'll put it that way. Something that we definitely want to have a emergency supply of in case we run out. Maybe blaze rods or something. And yeah, so it'll be interesting. We're planning on putting a little passcode protection on that. Not that it's entirely necessary, but just for the look. And what I wanted to do actually is sort of greet you when you come in, so like a lighting system comes on. Um, Now the issue with that is that if the light comes on when you enter the room, then it has to also turn off when you leave the room. And the issue that arises there is having a light off, in a room of your most valuable items. Well, I think you already see where this is going. I might enter and find a special guest in there, perhaps one of the more explosive types. And what I'm referring to is the fact that mobs spawn in the dark. So if we don't have some sort of system that prevents hostile mob spawning, even though the lights on, lights off looks very good, we could end up in a situation where we blow up our most valuable items. So to circumvent that, we are going to exploit the fact that hostile mobs cannot spawn on water. So I will obviously explain more once we reach that point where we're implementing that system. But right now, I think the main idea, and again, you all are free to comment if you know of another way to prevent mobs from spawning. I believe half slabs no longer do the trick. I think they can spawn there. Redstone doesn't prevent it, but that wouldn't look very nice. But yeah, I believe one of the only ways is water, one of the only convenient ways, I should say. So yeah, what we're going to do is have it come down from the ceiling, flood the room, and prevent those baddies from getting in there. And as well, there's also a tremendous amount of new things to this game. I've missed out on about 2 updates that I'm behind now, so I have to sort of go and catch up. I know hoppers have been added. I think those were a very popular item that first arose in some of the mod packs, and I'm glad that the developers have finally implemented those into the game. So you can actually use those as a transport system. And there is methods of creating sorting systems. I say methods because they are not efficient. I think it exploits the use of minecarts, chest minecarts, and certain mechanics. It is very cumbersome. So that may be more of a mass item sorter. Perhaps that will process cobblestone. Or who knows, we could implement that into the entire system. But obviously, it's going to be difficult having a lot of technical things around here while also being able to hide them and give this a base appealing nature. And we would love to hear suggestions from you all in the comments of what you'd like to see built here. Because my plan, how we're going to do this, is I'm going to get some of the basics out of the way. I'm going to build a storage system. I'm going to not a storage room here. We're going to go ahead and get a mine going. Obviously, the wheat farm will serve to provide us with food, but really the rest is up to you. I mean, a cake factory would be wonderful. Bread is more efficient, but, cake is cake, even though I believe eating massive amounts of cake is not very healthy for you. However, this is a game, and we will pretend that is a, false reality there. Which I guess it is. And yeah, so this room here, I'm just to sort of talk you through my plan. I started out by placing wood up here, and I didn't really like it, so then I got a little combination of these birch logs there. And I think it ends up looking pretty nice. Eventually, this cobblestone back here will be replaced. It's behind all the iron bars. Will be replaced with redstone lamps, and then we'll have a light switch that will allow us to toggle whether or not they're active. And again, that may arise another issue of hostile mob spawning. So if any of you can think of water works, but it's kind of slow because you enter the room, you have to wait for the water to drain away, then you can proceed in. It's not the most efficient system. So if anyone knows of a more efficient system to prevent hostile mob spawns that could end up looking pretty good being around full time in a storage room, I'd be more than happy to hear about that. But as for right now, we will perhaps not do that if it is going to be cumbersome and a little bit annoying. But we're always about saving electricity around here. So if we're heading out to perhaps work on an auxiliary base or an off-site project, and we're going to be leaving the base alone for a while, we don't really want to leave torches burning all the time. You may run into some fire issues, or you want to save the environment, whatever your drive is. So turn the lights off. That's something we're aiming for. Yeah, so I really don't have all that much more for you all as it is today. I just wanted to get a basic announcement out there. With these episodes, they're all going to be titled the same, but you may have episodes where it's solely me, such as this. You may have collaborative episodes. You may have episodes where it's simply Donny doing it, and those will be more of the tech episodes. If there's something architectural that's I'm developing, I'm going to walk you through it myself. If there's a collaborative effort, you'll see both of us. And if, say, Donny's adding in, certain machines that I may not be the best one to build, you'll be seeing him. So, again, let us all know if you have any suggestions. Comments are always appreciated, and I guess I will see you all later. So hopefully next time this storage room is completed, we're going to work on getting grass down here. I believe, let's see, we are at 47. However, it's a very winding path down here, so I may just make a vertical 4x4 staircase of dirt. Here, I'll go ahead and show you that. I don't have dirt, so I'll do it with leaves. Just something like this to get the grass down here so that it can cascade down the steps, just to get it down nice and quick. But yeah, so plans are to finish the storage room, expand the wheat farm a little bit more, and get this chamber hollowed out, start working on this. I think cascading lights with a nice grass floor in here, and perhaps we'll be seeing a mahogany ceiling. I don't know if it's called mahogany in the game, but there is a type of wood that looks similar to mahogany. I'm kind of thinking about going with a darker shade up here, just to get a nice contrast. But anyways, guys, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you later.